Namaste to all of you. Present we are doing the binomial theorem. Even in this binomial theorem also, binomial coefficients we are discussing. Yes, you can follow the date. So today date is 31st 08 20 20. Okay, and here 2021 maybe. Okay, let me check my 31st August. Listen. Now the topic name is binomial theorem. Even in this binomial theorem, present we are doing the binomial coefficients. Majority of the properties already given, and a few more properties are there in binomial coefficients. We will discuss those properties also. Then we will go to little bit higher level. Now here one theorem. Here the theorem is, if CR denotes NCR, if CR denotes NCR, then C0 into CR plus C1 into CR plus 1, C2 into CR plus 2, plus so on, plus here it is the last value, Cn minus R into Cn is equals to 2nC n plus R. This is the one more property under the binomial coefficients. Even in the last class, what we given, just one time you can revise more. Okay. Later this is the continuation class. And now listen, CR denotes NCR. Means in every theorem statement they are giving this one. Okay. So CR denotes NCR, then C0 into CR plus C1 into CR plus 1 plus C2 into CR plus 2 plus so on, plus Cn minus R into Cn is equals to 2nC n plus R. Okay. So for this, what is the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n? Already we know. What is the expansion for 1 plus x whole power n? 1 plus x whole power n is equals to C0 plus C1 into x plus C2 into x square plus C3 into x cube plus up to so on CR into x power r plus CR plus 1 into x power r plus 1 plus so on. What is the last value? Cn into x power n. So this is the expansion already we know. Similarly, if you calculate the expansion of x plus 1 whole power n, x plus 1 whole power n. What is the expansion for x plus 1 whole power n? C0 into x power n, C1 into x power n minus 1 plus so on, plus between somewhere you will get CR into x power n minus R plus so on, plus what is the last value will be Cn. This is the expansion you will get. Got it now? Here x power n, here x power n, n minus 1. Sorry. So like that, if you proceeding, this is the expansion you will get CR into x power n minus R. Like that, if you proceed, this is the value you will get it. Now, this is, let it be equation 1, equation number 2. 1 and 2 multiply. Equation 1 into equation 2. If I multiply this side and this side, if I multiply, what about this value? 1 plus x whole power n. Of course, here it is x plus 1 whole power n. Means this is also 1 plus x whole power n you can write down. So if you multiply these two, here what you will get? 1 plus x whole power 2n is equals to the whole first bracket value into second bracket value. Got it, mom? Here the first bracket into second bracket. You will get like this. Once again here 1 into 2. 1 into 2 means this value into this value. This is 1 plus x whole power n. Here it is also 1 plus x whole power n. So automatically 1 plus x whole power 2n. You will get this side, this one. Now in this side, this is the one value into this is the second value. You can multiply like this. Instead of writing whole thing, just I am given like this. This is the first one, you can take it. This is the second one. Now both sides compare the coefficient of x power n plus r. Both sides compare the coefficient of x power n plus r. Means if you expand this value with the help of binomial theorem, you will get this side x power n plus r coefficient. You will get one coefficient here. You will get even this side also by multiplying these two, by multiplying the second one into first one, and we can compare x power n plus r coefficients. Then tell me what you will get more here. That implies what is the value here you will get if you expand this value. For your understanding, here I am giving, if you expand this value 1 plus x whole power 2n, tell me what you will get here. 2n c0 plus 2n c1 into x plus 2n c2 x square. Like this you will get it now. Then x power n plus r means what you will get this side, 2n c n plus r into x power n plus r. Of course my requirement is the coefficient only. So 2n c n plus r. In this expansion, if you calculate x power n plus r coefficient, the x power n plus r coefficient, you will get 2n c n plus r equal to this side, this value into this value. Multiply this into this. Then what is x power n plus r coefficient? What you will get? Tell me. c0 into x power n is there here. cr into x power r is there. If you multiply this term into this term, then what you will get? Here x power n is there. Here x power r is there. So automatically x power n plus r coefficient you will get. So what is x power n plus r coefficient? This side my first value. c0 into cr is the value. Got it, mom? Plus next value. X power n minus 1 is there. X power r plus 1 is there. If you multiply this value into this value, then what you will get my x power value as? X power n minus 1 into x power r plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel again, x power n plus r you will get. There what is the coefficient, mom? c1 into cr plus 1. Then no need to cross check, mom. Directly you can take the last value till here. cn minus r into cn. That's it. So here if you observe, this is the condition only we have to prove it. If cr denotes ncr, then c0 into cr plus c1 into cr plus 1 plus c2 into cr plus 2 plus so on plus cn minus r into cn. You can cross check this value. You can understand easily. Is equal to what is the value? 2n cn plus r. This is the result. So here if you observe, only the thing is just we written 1 plus x whole power n expansion, x plus 1 whole power n expansion. Just multiply them. After multiplication, both sides I am comparing x power n plus r coefficients. If I compare x power n plus r coefficient both sides, I will get the conclusion as this one. c0 into cr plus c1 into cr plus 1 plus c2 into cr plus 2 up to so on plus cn minus r into cn is equal to 2n cn plus r. So competitive point of view, this is also you have to keep in your mind. Important point. Now after this one, listen. Next, one more point I will explain basing on this. For example, this is the basic result. Just now we got it, this one. c0 into cr plus c1 into cr plus 1 up to so on this value equal, this is the value. For example, now Next point, ma. If R is equal to 0, in the total expression whatever it is there, in this expression, if I replace R is equal to 0, tell me what you will get, ma. C naught into C naught only means C naught square, plus what about this value? If R is equal to 0, C1 into C1 means C1 square plus C2 square up to so on. What is the last value? Cn square is equals to 2n Cn. So this is also one more important point. Okay, directly C0 square plus C1 square plus C2 square plus up to so on plus Cn square is equals to 2n Cn. So from this condition, we can derive this condition. And here one more thing. What is C0, C1, C2 means n C0, n C1, n C2. Instead of writing every time n C0, n C1, n C2, simply we can represent like this also. C0 square plus C1 square plus C2 square like this. I hope that this is clear for you. Next, next, here one more example they given. Here the example is, one example they given. Find the sum of, next example this one. Find the sum of 15C1 by 15C0 plus 2 into 15C2 by 15C1 plus 3 into 15C3 by 15C2 plus so on plus last value 15 into 15C15 by 15C14. What about this value will be? With the help of the binomial coefficients, what about this value? Listen all of you. So while entering to in this bit, this is the given value 15C1 by 15C0 plus 2 into 15C2 by 15C1 plus 3 into 15C3 by 15C2 plus 1 plus 15 into 15C15 by 15C14. So in each term, if you observe, either this is the term or this is the term or this is the term. What is the formula we can apply there? I given already NCR by NCR minus 1. NCR by NCR minus 1. What is the formula for NCR by NCR minus 1? N minus R plus 1 by R. This is the formula already I given in the last class. So according to this formula, if you observe the first value, what is the first value? Of course, instead of n, here 15 is there. Instead of r, 1 is there. So what is the direct value? N plus r, sorry, n minus r plus 1 by r value 1. This is the value you will get it. N minus r plus 1 by r. Similarly, 2 into, observe this value, n minus r plus 1 by r. This is the formula. Next, 3 into, what about this value? N minus r plus 1 by r. This is the value. Like that, if you proceeding, at the end, what is the value? 15 into, of course, 15C, 15 means value 1 by 15C, 14. What about this value will be? 15 you will get it. Like this you will get it. Now listen here. These two cancel. 3 get cancel. 15 get cancel. Then tell me what are the remaining values which is equals to minus 1 plus 1 cancel 15 plus. Next here what is the value here you will get? 16 minus 2. 14 you will get. Next here it is the value 16 minus 3. 13 is the value. By proceeding like this, what is the last value? 1 is the value. So this is nothing but sigma 15 is the value. Now, what is the formula for sigma n? n into n plus 1 by 2. Of course, instead of n, 15 is there. So here it is the value 15 into 15 plus 1 by 2, which is equals to, what about this value? 8 times it will cancel, which is equals to 120 is the value. I hope that. So total, this is the bit basing on the formula NCR by, here the basic formula is NCR by NCR minus 1 is equals to n minus r plus 1 by r. Basing on this formula, total, this is the bit. I hope that this is clear for you. Okay, ma. Next example. Now, here one more example they given. Here it is the value. Find the value of C0 into C3 plus C1 into C4 plus C2 into C5 plus up to so on plus, what is the value? Cn minus 3 into Cn. This is the value they given. Listen. Just now we completed one theorem today in this class only. C0 into Cr plus C1 into Cr plus 1 C2 into Cr plus 2 plus so on plus Cn minus r into Cn is equals to, what is the value we given? 2nC n plus r. Just now we completed. Okay. C0 into Cr plus C1 into Cr plus 1 plus C2 into Cr plus 2 up to so on plus Cn minus r into Cn is equal to 2nCn plus r. Just today in this class only we completed this result. So here the given example. Find the value of C0 into C3 plus C1 into C4. This is the application part of the theorem. Simple logic. Wherever r is there, if r is equals to 3, if r is equal to 3, then tell me what you will get the value directly. C0 into C3 plus C1 into C3 plus 1 means C4 plus C2 into C3 plus 2 is the value plus so on plus Cn minus 3 into Cn is equals to, means instead of r 3 is there, then what about this total value will be 2nC n plus 3. This is the value. So simple, only one step only, that too basing on the previous theorem they given this example. Okay. Next. Next, here the one more example they given. Here the example is, if 1 plus x square whole power n is equal to 1 plus x square whole power n is equals to a naught plus a1 into x plus a2 into x square plus up to so on plus a2n x power 2n. This is the value they given. Then show that here it is the first one, first bit, a naught plus a1 plus a2 plus up to so on a2n is equal to 3 power n. This is the first example, and the second example, a naught plus a2 plus a4 plus 1 plus a2n is equal to 3 power 2n plus 1 by 2. This is the second example, and the third example is a naught plus a3 plus a6 plus up to so on is equal to 3 power n minus 1. And next, one more example here they given, a1 plus a3 plus a5 plus 1 plus a2n minus 1 is equals to 3 power n minus 1 by 2. So, this is the next example. Listen all of you. So, here according to the data, listen according to data, 1 plus x square whole power n is equal to, this is the expansion they given. With the help of this expression, our aim is to show that this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. So first you can take the value. What is the given expansion? 1 plus x square whole power n is equals to a0 plus a1 into x plus a2 into x square plus up to so on plus a2n into x power 2n. This is the value already by data they given. Now my aim is to find the first value. Simple logic. a0, a1, a2, a0, a1, a2 means directly by observing this result, directly you can say simple, you replace x equal to 1. If you replace x equal to 1, directly you will get the first bit answer, that's it. So if x is equal to 1, in the expression what they given, 1 plus x square whole power n, in that expansion, directly I will replace x is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1, tell me what you will get here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 square means 1 only. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 power n is equals to a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus so on plus a2n. So this is the first result. So directly if I replace x is equal to 1 in the given expression, automatically I can get that is the value. Okay, so first one is completed. Next, if I replace x is equal to minus 1. If x is equal to minus 1, then tell me what I can get here. If x equal to minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled now. Minus 1 whole square means 1, 1 power n means 1. So 1 is equal to, this side also, replace x is equal to minus 1. If I replace x is equal to minus 1, what I can get the value? a0 minus a1 plus a2 minus a3 plus 1 plus last value a2n. This is the value I can get it. Let this is 1. Let this is equation number 2. Add these two. 1 plus 2 you can do it. If I did 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. Equation 1 plus equation 2 I did. Then what I can get? Tell me here it is the value. This side here it is the value. 3 power n plus 1 is equal to. Got it, mom? If I add these two values, this is 3 power n, this is 1. So 3 power n plus 1 is equal to a0 plus a0, 2 times of a0. I will get 2 times of a0. a1 minus a1 cancel. Plus a2 plus a4 up to so on plus a2n. My requirement is this value. So bring this value this side. Then what I can get, mom? That implies a0 plus a2 plus a4 plus up to so on plus a2n is equal to 3 power n plus 1 by 2. So this is the second result. Then next concept, mom. Equation 1 minus 2 you can do. Subtract the second one from the second one. Subtract the second one from the first one. Then what you will get, tell me here. That implies 3 power n minus 1 is equal to, by subtracting, a0 cancel. a1 minus of minus 7 plus 2a1. a2 minus a2 cancel. a3 minus of minus a3, 2a3. That means 2 times of a1 plus 2 times of a3 plus 2 times of a5 plus up to so on plus 2 times of a2n minus 1. But here my requirement is this is the value. So bring this value this side. Then here it is the value you can get. 3 power n minus 1 by 2 is equals to a1 plus a3 plus a5 up to so on plus a power 2n minus 1. Of course, this value I got it, my fourth result. So first completed, second result completed, fourth result completed. Now next my aim is to find the value a0 plus a3 plus a6 plus 1. This value is, our aim is to show 3 power n minus 1. Listen, for that result, what I have to do? I hope that all these remaining bits you can understand easily. Now for this result, what I have to do for this result? Listen here. According to data, okay, this also I will cut. Listen. According to data, this is the given expression. 1 plus x square whole power n is equals to a naught plus a1 into x plus a2 into x square plus so on plus a2n into x power 2n. That is the given value. While entering into in this bit, one concept is there. Of course, complex numbers completed for you. So, cube roots of unity. What are the cube roots of unity, ma'am? The cube roots of unity are given by 1 omega square. 1 omega square are called as the complex cube root of unity. And these complex cube root of unity satisfies the condition, ma'am. 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. And 1 cube is equals to omega cube is equals to omega square whole cube is equals to 1. This is the one more condition. Got it, ma'am? Sum of the cube roots of unity 1 plus omega square equal to 0. And either 1 cube value you will get 1. Omega cube value also equal to 1. That thing already we know. Since complex number chapter we completed. With the help of this complex cube root of unity, our third result we will derive now. Listen. First of all, if x is equal to 1, what is the value here I can get? Tell me. a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus a2n is equals to 1 plus 1 plus 1 square means again 1. Total this value 3 power n. So this is, let it be equation number 1. Similarly, next you can replace if x is equal to omega. If I replace x is equal to omega, where omega is the complex cube root of unity. If x is equal to omega, what I can get the value? First tell me this value. a0 plus a1 into omega plus a2 into omega square plus a3 into omega cube. What is omega cube value again? 1 only. Plus a4 again omega you will get plus so on equal to. What about this value here? If you replace x is equal to omega, what about this value will be? 1 plus omega square. What is 1 plus omega square value? 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So here it is the value, you will get 0. This is equation number 2. Similarly, next you can replace, ma'am, if x is equal to omega square, complex cube root of unity. If x is equal to omega square, first to calculate this value, a0 plus a1 into omega square plus a2 into omega square whole square, omega power 4. What is omega power 4 value? Again omega only. a2 omega plus a3 into omega square whole cube. Omega square whole cube value 1. Leave it. Plus so on is equal to. What about this value? If you replace x is equal to omega square, 1 plus omega square plus omega square whole square means omega power 4. Omega power 4 means omega you will get. So 1 plus omega square plus omega. So 1 plus omega square plus omega means nothing but 0. So this is the value 0 you will get. Equation number 3. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3. These 3 equations, add them. If I add them, listen. a0 plus a0 plus a0. 3 times of a0 I can get. This is the first value. Plus, if you add these a1 terms, if I add a1 terms, here 1 plus, here omega is there, here omega square you will get it. Plus next, even a2 into 1 a2 omega square a2 omega means if I write this value a2 into 1 plus omega square plus omega plus a3 plus a3 plus a3 3a3 I can get. Like that I will get the terms which is equal to plus 1 which is equal to this side what is the value 3 power n I can get. Now listen here 1 plus omega square value 0 since complex cube root of unity 1 plus omega square plus omega that value also 0. So this side I can get the value 3 times of a naught plus a3 plus guess what is the next term a6 plus so on is equal to 3 power n is the value. But my requirement is this value only. So bring this 3 value this side. Then that implies I can get the value a naught plus a3 plus a6 plus so on is equal to 3 power n by 3. 3 power n by 3 means nothing but 3 power n minus 1 is the value. So here student point of view one doubt. Sir, as a lecture you replace directly 1 omega square. But as a student how I can know? Exactly this is the value we have to substitute instead of x. How you can know? Listen my simple logic. Here if you observe now a naught, a3, a6. What is the difference here? It is 3 difference is there now. So whenever 3 difference is there, like a naught plus a3 plus a6, okay now. Whenever if they will give like immediately we have to substitute x is equals to 1 omega square. Keep in your mind. Here the difference if you observe, difference 3 is there. So difference 3, that too these coefficients how you can get? Automatically you have to keep that idea 1 omega square. Since 1 omega square are nothing but cube roots of unity and cube roots of unity satisfies the conditions 1 plus omega square equal to 0 and omega cube equals 1. I hope that this is clear for you. Next example. Listen here one more example they given. This is also important. Show that here the example is show that c0 plus c1 into c1 plus c2 into, of course guess what is the next value c2 plus c3 into so on plus cn minus 1 plus cn equal to n plus 1 whole power n by n factorial into c0 into c1 into c2 into so on cn. This is the one more example. Okay, listen. So in this example, according to data, c0 plus c1, c1 plus c2, c2 plus c3 plus 1 into cn minus 1 plus cn is equals to, this is the value. Our aim is to show that. Here student point of view one advantage there. Such a kind of bits they never ask in competitive exam point of view, only subjective point of view. Why they didn't ask in competitive exam point of view? For example, till here they are given in question options they will give, let it be among 4 options, this is one option. Here student point of view they can do one simple technique. You can take n is equal to some 3. Verification process you can apply. Whenever binomial coefficients, one example is there you may apply the logic by taking n is equal to 1 value. So for example, this is the till here question they given options out of 4 options this is one option. Then what you can do? Take n is equal to 2. or n is equal to 1 only if you get a unique answer. So if n is equal to 1, then this is nothing but 1c naught plus 1c1. What is 1c naught value? 1 plus 1c1 value 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Then replace n equal to 1 in the 4 options. You can cross check for which value you will get the value as 2. That will be the answer. Got my point now? So whenever these kind of bits, if they will ask competitive point of view, JEE mains point of view, then in that case 99.9% they never ask. But if they will ask, then how you can proceed? Not required any subjective knowledge. Simple verification technique, you can use it. In the verification method, you can take n is equal to any one particular value. Like for example, n is equal to 2 or n equal to 1, n equal to 3. You can simplify the given value. You will get some numerical value. In the options also, what you chosen for n value, you can substitute in each and every option. For which option you will get the question value. In the question what you got answer, that will be the answer. I hope that you can understand. Okay. Now listen, general point of view, subjective point of view, how you can do. So here the given value, C0 plus C1 into C1 plus C2 into C2 plus C3 up to so on Cn minus 1 plus Cn. Okay. Now first here I can common C0 value. If I common C0 here I am writing, why I am leaving this place you can understand. If I common C0 here, 1 plus C1 by C0, I can get this one. Here I can common C1. If I common C1 here, tell me what I can get here. 1 plus C2 by C1 here. If I common C2 here, then here I can get the value 1 plus C3 by C2. By proceeding like this, here it is also by proceeding. Cn minus 1 common you can here. If I common Cn minus 1 in the last bracket, I can get here it is 1 plus Cn by Cn minus 1. This is the value I can get it. Simple. In each bracket, I common the first value. That's it. Then remaining value I mention here. Now, one formula already given, NCR by NCR minus 1 equal to, what is the formula? N minus R plus 1 by R. This is the formula already be given. So, here the coefficients C0 into, in the answer C0, C1, C2, all values are there, let it be C0 into, C1 into, C2 into, so on, Cn minus 1 into. Can I write Cn or not? I can write, since what is the Cn value will be 1 only. So, into 1 I can write. Instead of that one I can mention Cn. Not a problem. Now tell me into 1 plus, what is the value for this one? Tell me. Here NC1, N by NC not 1. 1 plus N you will get. Here what is the value? 1 plus NCR by NCR minus 1. Of course, in place of R, 2 is there. So, N minus R plus 1 by R, you will get this one. Here, 1 plus, this is the value. N minus R plus 1 by R, you will get this one. Up to so on, what is the value? Here it is, you will get 1 plus NCN value. 1 by NCN minus 1 means NC1 means N, you will get this one. Now simplify this whole value, which is equal to C0 into, C1 into, C2 into, so on Cn into 1 plus N is there into denominator 2 you will get. Here 2 you will get. 2 plus N minus 2 plus 1 means N plus 1 by 2. Here denominator value 3 you will get. Here 3 plus N minus 3 plus 1 plus 3 minus 3 cancel, again N plus 1. Like that, last value you will get N plus 1 by N you will get, which is equal to. So if you observe here, from here you will get C0 into, C1 into, C2 into, so on, Cn into, next N plus 1, 2 times, N plus 1 3 times, up to N plus 1 N times. Means, if you did product in the numerator values, What about all numerator values will be n plus 1 into n plus 1 into n plus 1 into how many times you are getting? N times you are getting. So what about the value will be n plus 1 whole power n is the value by denominator. What about the denominator value? If you observe denominator value by 1 is there indirectly here. 1 into 2 into 3 into up to so on n. Product of the first n natural numbers. The product of the first n natural numbers denoted by n factorial. So n factorial. So this is our required answer. If you observe here, n plus 1 whole power n by n factorial into c0 into c1 into c2 into so on cn. So even if you observe, even this bit also basing on the formula ncr by ncr minus 1 is equals to n minus r plus 1 by r. This is the formula. I hope that this is also clear for you. Okay. Next, every day I am telling to you, by listening these video lectures from your side, you have to do one thing. Open your just Deepthi textbooks. Already majority of the students you have. First solve the Deepthi book bits basic level. Present we are doing that level only. Immediately after finishing this Deepthi one-time concept, JEE mains level completed. Immediately next step we will go in subjective, overall subjective. You will get one idea. Basing on that idea, we will go to next high level up to IIT level. But meanwhile, from your side, you have to do one thing. By listening my video lectures, like in the classroom, how you are preparing a notebook, how you are writing notebook in the classrooms, similar manner you have to prepare a notebook which is a reference book for you for further references, for further subjective reference. So maintain a proper handwritten notebook, okay, and then video lectures listening, immediately solve this one Deepthi book, that is the basic level. Then immediately you can go to Narana material, that to level 1, level 2. All the material already I send you PDF format, total Narana material. So level 1, level 2 you can do it more. After finishing level 1, level 2, if you are interested you can go to level 3. Otherwise directly you can take Singh's book, and from that Singh's book also try to cover maximum modules, okay, including worked out examples, So in every chapter, this is the method of mode of preparation. Like this if you do, then only you will be in the safe zone subjective point of view. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.